Hello and welcome back to Aviator TV News. My name is Cameron Smith.
And my name is Sarthik Tiwari. This week we have a story that's quite concerning and tragic. As we know, there are many things that make Idaho great.
The weather, the climate, the people, but there's one thing that comes to Idaho that isn't great. Recently, Idaho, along with the rest of the United States, has been hit with what is being called a heroin tsunami.
Recently, heroin has passed meth as the second most used drug in Idaho, right behind marijuana. This can be tied to the fact that not only is it a strong painkiller, but it's also cheaper than the prescription drugs, and it's very easy to obtain.
This is very concerning, but not only for Idaho, but nationwide. As drugs become more and more popular, drugs become a serious problem, but so is homelessness. Let's see what our local shelters are doing for our homeless.
There are over 800 homeless men, women, and children in the Ada County. These people have to deal with starvation and sickness from the cold of winter. They have to use other things like tents to make up for the shelter that they don't have. Some of them have pets and children dealing with the starvation and sickness as well. Luckily, there's a solution to this poor problem, and that is a homeless shelter. The city of Boise will help provide the care and needs for these homeless people. After a meeting with the city council, a law was passed which is going to build a shelter for about 40 people. Now those people don't have to starve and deal with a fever because of the cold of winter. The buildings would take a while, but by 2018 there will be 40 people who are now living in comfort in a bed, not a tent. We hope that more support continues to come for the homeless and less people are forced to live on the streets. And now to Mason and Ty for this weekly events.
Welcome back to this week's Compass Calendar with Ty Morris
and Mason Hart. This week we have several sport events. Today we have our Idaho Stampede facing the Grand Rapids Drive. That game will take place at Central Lake Arena and will start at 7.
Tomorrow, the varsity boys continue their tournament. It'll be at 3 at Columbia High School. Also, on Saturday, the Grand Valley Vipers will play the Idaho Stampede.
On Sunday, the 21st, the Flying Pie will be opening their 4th location.
On Monday, the 22nd, it is George Washington's 284th birthday. On Monday, we also have Ignite Youth. Ignite Youth is hosted by Mike. It'll start at 6 at the Idaho Party Barn. Everyone who participates in Ignite Youth gets the opportunity to present a 5-minute speech with 20 PowerPoint slides. It'll be an inspiring night.
On Tuesday, the 23rd, we have the Varsity Boys Basketball Tournament.
On Wednesday, the 24th, we have the Middle School Boys Playoff, as well as the Village on the Run.
On Thursday, the 25th, there is another Varsity Boys Basketball Tournament.
That's all we have this week. Now join us on a quick message on bullying.
After that great message on bullying, it's time for your aviator weather in the Studio 211 Weather Center. So today, it's going to be about 56 degrees, and if you were to go look outside a window right now, it's really nice and sunny, with just a little bit chilly. It's going to be a pretty nice weekend in the 50s, 49 degrees area, and this next week it's going to pretty much plateau until on Thursday when it becomes 58 degrees, and it's going to be really nice throughout this whole next week. And also, it's going to be great. The election primaries have started. Now it's time to see how they've been going so far.
The Democratic side, the primaries have been split with Hillary Clinton winning in Iowa, but Bernie Sanders pulling ahead in New Hampshire. Hillary has also been predicted to win in Nevada on February 20th, as well as in South Carolina on February 27th. The Republicans are likewise split, with Ted Cruz winning the majority in Iowa and Donald Trump winning in New Hampshire. Marco Rubio has also been keeping pace with the others, coming in close behind in both primaries. In both Nevada and South Carolina, Donald Trump is expected to steal the win, but with Cruz and Rubio so close behind him, nothing can be certain. Starting on March 1st, many states voting will be including Texas, Georgia, and Virginia. These states may have quite a few electoral votes and could give an early lead to whoever gets their vote. This is it for this week's political update. Now let's go to Blake with our Live at 2:05.
All right, we're live at 2:05, and today we are with Miss
Mrs. Novick.
All right, so what do you do here at the school?
I teach art to junior high, high school, and elementary as well.
Nice. So I'm guessing this is the art class.
It is for high school.
So what do you guys do in the art class besides mainly art?
Well, right now we are working on a unit called Pointillism, which is a movement that happened back in the 1800s.
Nice.
And
Alright.
it
We're
was-
ending up. All right, so we are out of time, so everyone wave. Everybody wave. Everybody wave.
Hello and welcome back. We've had a lot of new breakthroughs in this entertainment this week. First up in entertainment, SoundCloud, the popular streaming service, is facing possible shutdown due to its recent losses up to $44 million. Likely cause of such dramatic losses, music privacy, as SoundCloud's revenue has only increased minimally. SoundCloud isn't the only one facing financial problems. Rapper Kanye West recently announced that he had at least $53 million in the hole, with about $16 million of it from his struggling fashion label. Not really surprising when you consider the fact that his unremarkable black sweatshirt will cost you over $1,000. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Aviators, I'm Aaron Clegg with your Aviator Sports. We start this week off in the NBA with the All-Star Weekend happening over the break last week, with the West beating the East 193 to 173, with Russell Westbrook winning the MVP of the All-Star Weekend. Paul George also set an NBA record for most points in an All-Star game, scoring 41 points for the East, even though they still lost. He held his head high. In Aviator Sports, the JV boys made it to the championship games last week on Saturday, but sadly lost to Liberty 47 to 30, with Preston Kendrick scoring 9 points. Also, the varsity made it to districts and played Riverstone, losing to a score of 48 to 31. They play tomorrow at Columbia High School at 3. That's all for this week, Aviators. This is Aaron Clegg signing out.